mail carrier, and it scared that young girl so bad. She came over, she say, "Oh, Miss Teddy, I say that nigga's a criminal, and if he's saying the damn thing to you, let me know." I told her to call in her supervisors, but that nigga was locked up for child molestation over there with them. But they can call the police on me any time of the day or the night. They make up any kind of bald-faced lie on me, and the police will come. Look, we had, I was playing my music. Some of the fellas felt sorry for me, and they were going to help me paint my house. This has been about 5 years ago. The first time in my life that I heard my radio outside, because the fellas were going to help me fix my house. It was on Light 98, and the volume was on 3. When I look, here come this white bitch of a police officer up on my porch in my face telling me, "You turn that music off." And I looked at that bitch. I said, "Who you talking to, number one? I live here. This is the first time in 20 years that I have brought any music outside. And it's on 3. It's on Light 98. And I'm not breaking the law." You know, that bitch looked at me and told me if I didn't cut that music off, she was going to arrest me. So I cut the music off to keep from kicking her ass. You hear what I say? 'Cause I would have threw down with this white bitch gonna come over and jump up in my face. You police officers gonna get enough of jumping up in innocent people's faces. That's why you're dying. I don't feel nothing for your ass dying, because when I had my real estate license, you know what I did? I was the first woman that came up with the idea that we need to give police officers homes in the community. It wasn't all that killing and stealing. I had police officers that were friends. John Martin out in Henrico County, and friends in the city that were honest police officers that you could look up to and count on. They either gone or dead now. So I called this bitch boss, John Cohane. Dirty Major John Cohane. I met him through Alicia Raisin, the community activist that deal with all the deaths. She told me about John Cohane, that maybe this white piece of trash could help me. And he did everything he could do to hurt me and set me up, but may God kill him and everything that belonged to him. I found out you in Colonial Heights, John. You down there with them crackers and them rednecks. That's where you need to be. I hope somebody kill you for what you have allowed your staff and your people to do to me. Look, I called John Cohane up, asked him why this white girl come over there and jump in my face like that. You know what I told him? I said, somebody gonna kill that white bitch. You better call that pit bull back. And he just laughed. I say, why would you send her to my house? Just like last night, you creeping and peeping all around my house with the flashlight all up on my front porch. Well, let me tell you something, niggas, black and white. I got a no trespassing sign. I got a no solicitation sign. And keep creeping and peeping. And shit, most stuff gonna happen to y'all like the police officers got shot at last night. What did Cracker say? He thought the brothers was robbing somebody. He gonna go chase these brothers, don't even know what's going on. They shot back, didn't they, niggas? You gonna die. And I'm gonna say this, for the young brother that was killed this week in the van, anybody of color in their right minds don't need to be joining no police force against their people right now. These are some dangerous times. And if your parents and loved ones are not smart enough to tell you to wait, I'm telling you, because these crackers are going down. They're all nervous. They all paranoid. They beat the brother that played tennis, a former tennis star, the white that went up and jacked the brother up. Y'all gonna get y'all's. You keep playing with me, you gonna get yours. I mean it. John Cohane, with your dirty ass. It's so many of you. And then I have a Jeep Wagoneer, a 79 Jeep Wagoneer. Check this out. I built it from the rough. I'm a Tom girl. I'm a Marx person. I work on cars. I got many skills that my father have blessed me with. I've never been a whore or a drug dealer or a drug user. And y'all hate that fact because I look different from you. Well, I'm telling you what. Whiteies, Caucasians, Jews, you better be on the lookout because we are the real true kings and queens. And you all have come in here and you done put words in the Bible. You done took words out of the Bible. People so confused. Some of them Negroes still worshiping the white God like the brothers say. Look at your complexion. How can your God be a white man when you look the way you look? That white God has never done a thing for me. And then you want to come on my Facebook page and all these mayors. Y'all get the hell off my Facebook page. You steal all my ideas, all my information, all you dirty news reporters that I've gone to over the years that refuse to put the information out there that I give you. This is information that the public should have had, and I'm gonna give you an example. Like the little boy Marty that was killed protecting his sister. The first time I saw little Marty on TV, I said, oh my God. Little Marty looked like a third world country baby. Enlarged head. He had nutritional problems. He was malnourished. And I said, this is the year 2000. What in the hell is going on? But I knew when I saw that mother and that aunt. I say, these niggas got to be crazy. You know what? They were into drugs. They were out there dealing drugs. They got y'all thinking that the baby, the mama and the baby were heroes. But I called this boy Chris Thomas on China 6 News, and I said to him, you go down to the juvenile court and you pull records up on Marty's mother and aunt and them. Sure enough, you know what he told me? Miss Perham, you're right. How did you know that? Because I've dealt with children long enough to know. I'm a counselor, substance abuse, battered women counselor. I have gone places that some of you all have never been. I've got 60-some awards, plaques, and certificates that I earned. Didn't nobody give me shit. I stayed in school. I burned in midnight oil, but I say this to you. Policemen, keep creeping and peeping. People got something for you out there. You're not going to frighten me. You can come up on my porch, and I don't know what it is, and you can lose your life. It's as simple as that. If you got something you want to ask me, niggas, ask me 9 to 5. I haven't lied about a thing. But you all are not going to cause me to lose my life because you didn't give it to me. And you sure not going to take it. Now, let me get back to this little Marilyn Goss down at the juvenile court. So many of you all children have been lied, cheated on, but that's one hoe that will lie, cheat, and steal and mess your children up. I'm telling you. And the reason I said she was a little barefoot monkey, because in legal aid, that bitch / judge / lawyer was running around that building barefooted. And you know what was so bad about it? The carpet hadn't been clean in 20 years, looked like it. And I said to her, aren't you afraid you'll catch tapeworms or something in your feet that will go up? Hey, bitch, you won't funny. That's why I wrote your ass up and gave the paperwork to Henry McLaughlin. You were mad. Henry McLaughlin, you own that dope. You've been stealing all that money from the program, the homeless program. You get money from Ashwan. You are taking money from that program that you're not supposed to have. That program was set up for the homeless. You all, I stayed on legal aid board of directors for almost 10 years. I was the only black woman on the board of directors with that little nigga G, the attorney. He's a loser too. And I stood up for the people. And you know what? They liked that. Henry McLaughlin was going to even make me his paralegal. But you know what? When I found all that mold and mildew in that building and I called the health department without that nigga's permission, he got pissed off. He was going to set up Lexus and Nexus, those for the law books and everything at home. But he changed his mind because he couldn't control me. So what Marilyn Goss did on election day, all of the people were there. They were going to re-elect me to the board because I was doing such a wonderful job looking out for the poor people. You know what Marilyn Goss did? She brought this nappy-head project chick in there and stopped our election. And this bitch name was Marilyn Owes. Marilyn Owes was never supposed to be on legal aid board of directors. You illegally brought her in there. You overrode all of our votes. You put me out, but I'm telling on you now, Marilyn Goss, I hope God kill you. I wouldn't care if you was married to 1 or 3 police officers. If they get in the way, may they die and burn like hell. So I'm saying this to you. It's too many dirty cops out here. Cohanes, Main Boy. I can't think of that sucker's name right now, but I'm going to tell you what. One night I had my Jeep, 79 Jeep Wagoneer. I had built that sucker up from the wheels up. I was a tom girl, but I wasn't a lesbian. I was good with hand tools. I can use any kind of hand tool in the world. I got tools that make a man hold his head there and can use every one of them. So I used to volunteer and work down at Al Grennan's, Big Al on Mechanicsville on Meadowbridge Road. And he saw that I had bought the Jeep and he said, Teddy, if you need some parts, go ahead and get some parts. They gave me parts so I could build that Jeep up. That was one pretty thing. And I had it colored like the chocolate on the Hostess cupcake. It was metallic brown. I bet you in almost 20 years, I haven't driven that Jeep 1 week. You know why? Because every time I fix it up, some bitch steal it. The first time I was at John F. Kennedy High School, passing out bottled water to all the kids marching in the parade. I had bottled water in the car, had the hand truck, moved the stuff to the sidewalk, setting up for the kids, parked my truck on the bank parking lot, and lo and behold, when the parade was over, I was supposed to go down to Willow Lawn to pick the kids up because my house has been a safe house for children for many years. I bet you near thousands of children have been to my house because if they can't talk to their mama, they can talk to Miss Teddy. If they're afraid for their life out there at the bus stop, they can talk to Miss Teddy. If I see somebody messing with them children, I will bring them children up on my porch when it's raining and snowing. None of my other neighbors did that. None of them losers did that. My house was a safe house. And they done made me look like a damn criminal. They have given me a police record with all this false stuff on it that make me look like a felon. I can't get nothing. But I tell you, what you did to me is coming back to you and all of yours. Now I want to say this about the truck parked out at the house. My truck, I drove my truck. I love my truck. I bet I ain't drive that sucker 2 weeks. The whole time I had it, but I always had insurance on it like I did my van. I'm in the bathroom. God always send me to the bathroom at the weirdest times, and I always hear things out the window and I see things. And God told me to stand up. I heard some noise out there. There was a police car across the street on the corner from my house. And I had the window open. I said, what the hell are you doing? Look, he the white boy, white policeman. You gonna die too, nigga. He done had somebody from Seabirds to come to my house and illegally tow my fine van. You know what this cracker told me? It's been a bad